Welcome back to Citizen Live at 1. And we come back to the issue of road safety. Over 10 drivers will be arraigned in court next week for drunk driving after they were arrested last night for failing the alcoblow test around the city. Our team went out last night and filed the following report.
The long weekend is here with us, and so are parties and merrymaking as people celebrate Easter holidays. But even as you celebrate, remember that don't drink and drive rule still stands, a reality that dawned on many drivers last night. The alcoblow teams were up and about last night, and we joined them as they executed their task. This driver, who says he's Engineer Macharia, is too familiar with the police, given that this is his second time to be arrested for driving under the influence. Our cameras captured him last time, and he was still starring again last night when police pounced on him again, driving while drunk. He was not ready to be booked in for the long weekend, and he tried to argue his way out, refusing to blow into the breathalyzer.
No, it was just come out, please.
Minutes later, this driver is flagged down by the police and appears too drunk to even get out of the car. Clearly, he's not only a hazard to his own life, but also to other sober drivers on the road. The night was full of action. Some opted to run through the police roadblock to avoid being arrested. Police arrested over 10 people who will be arraigned in court on Tuesday for driving under the influence. But one wonders what would happen to some like Engineer, who is a repeat offender. Remember, when you drink and drive, you're not only posing danger to yourself, but to other innocent drivers using the road. And as you celebrate your Easter holiday, remember, drunk driving kills. Michael Njenga, Citizen TV, Nairobi.
Thank you very much for that report, Michael Njenga, who was up late with the Citizen crew. And indeed, as he mentioned, drunk driving does kill. Now, moving across the borders, President Jakaya Mrisho Kikwete of the United Republic of Tanzania says the East African integration risks falling into the pitfalls of the original East African community that collapsed in 1977 if politics is allowed to take the center stage. He's cautioning against rushed decisions and actions that he says might overlook technical advice. President Kikwete says the most urgent basis of the regional integration should be economics.
We have a union here with Zanzibar. It's 50 years now, but it has gone through a lot of challenges. There's a lot of challenges. It's not that easy. It's not as easy as declaring that we are one country, East Africa tomorrow, and then think that things will just become rosy immediately. No. We've gone through a lot of it. I think there are a number of things that have made it easy for us, despite the challenges, to remain together for 50 years. You know, if you miss this, it may not be easy.
Alex Chamwana there speaking to Kikwete, and there'll be more on that in our later bulletins. Now let's take a look at the election situation around the country and an election update. Bonchari constituency's by-election has now been pushed to June 23rd, 2014. The IEBC has moved the by-election date from the earlier set date of June 3rd, saying the Court of Appeal declared the seat vacant on 7th March, but issued the certificate on 14th April 2014. And thus the countdown begins from the date the certificate is actually issued. Independent candidates are now required to submit their symbols and seek clearance from the Registrar of Political Parties by 1st May 2014, while political party primaries in respect of these by-elections are expected to be complete by 2nd May 2014. Candidates will present their nomination papers to respective returning officers on 22nd and 23rd May 2014, paving way for the official campaign period, which ends on 21st June 2014. Now, 3 county assembly ward by-elections will also be held on the same day, that is the 23rd of June, in Misihu, Webuye West, that's Bungoma County, Maua, Igembe South in Meru County, and Kinakomba Galole, Tana River County. Independent candidates are now required to submit their symbols and seek clearance from the registrar of political parties again by 1st May 2014, while political party primaries in respect of these by-elections are expected to be complete by 22nd May 2014. Candidates will present their nomination papers to respective returning officers on 22nd and 23rd May. This again paves the way for the official campaign period, which also ends on 21st June 2014. The IEBC has also put on hold preparations for Mathare and Nyando constituency by-elections due to the ongoing court processes. And now to news just in. Police in Nairobi have recovered 2 Beretta pistols loaded with 15 rounds of ammunition along Masaba Road in Kilimani. The pistols were discovered by a security guard and had been abandoned by an unknown person. Kilimani OCPD Peter Katam says the pistols may have been abandoned by someone who wanted to surrender them without his identity being known. President Uhuru Kenyatta recently gave a grace period of 2 weeks for people who are in possession of illegal firearms to surrender them or face the law.
These are Beretta type of pistols, with one with 8 rounds of ammunition, another one with 7 rounds of ammunition. In total, 2 pistols with 15 rounds of ammunition. I want to begin by really saying that was timely. We appreciate the action taken by that security guard, because we never know the intention of these firearms being placed on this drainage.
And now on an Africa focus. Nigeria's Kano is famous for its 500-year-old Kofa Mata pits where fabrics are dyed. But the ancient industry that once thrived when the Nigerian emirate was a center of trans-Saharan trade in salt and gold is no longer as popular as it once was. Even then, the dye fabric trade was still an avenue for income for many unemployed traders who want the state government now to invest in the dye pits in order to once again grow the local textile market.
Nigeria's northern Kano estate has a rich history as an ancient trading city that once drew thousands of tourists from all over the world. The Kofa Mata dye pits, said to be over 500 years old, are some of the popular sites for visitors. For centuries, the dye pits provided a location for traders to add color to fabrics and produce various traditional textile art for sale. The business was once a thriving trade when the Nigerian emirate was a center of trans-Saharan trade in salt and gold for the city. But over the years, demand for the dyed clothes has gone down as other African fabrics compete in the market. Many dye pits are also in a state of despair, with about 20 still functional, a drop from the over 120 pits in the past years. The Kofa Mata pits are said to be the oldest in Africa and are the only ones left in Kano's dye trade, which once included 13 pit complexes. The city's indigo fabric produced here was once adorned by Kano's traditional rulers and were considered a symbol of wealth and nobility.
At this present time, we have at least more than 80 youths working right here at this place. And all of them, some they married, some they get a house. So what do you think that if the government brings some financial assistance to those youth? Do you think they are not going to invite all their friends to come here and join?
Dyers make about $5 a day and on average work 3 days a week. Harun Bapa, a businessman based in Kano, says he prefers to buy dyed shirts at Kofa Mata.
If you go to the market survey, you cannot see like this one. This one is native one. It's native dye.
Abubakar Nuhu, the Commissioner of Commerce, Industry and Cooperatives in Kano State, says plans are in place to organize the traders into cooperative groups so they can easily access markets for their cloths.
We are also working on ensuring that the dye pit area is improved, and by so doing, we know that the economy of Kano will improve in terms of the number of visitors that will come into Kano. You know, when visitors are coming into Kano, some of them will go to hotels. So to us, cost is nothing.
But insecurity remains a major challenge in marketing the practice and the area. A 5-year-old Boko Haram insurgency has brought lawlessness to swathes of the North region, killing hundreds of people in recent months. The government says it is working on improving security, but analysts say so far it appears to be losing its grip on the northeast region.